Hello everyone. So can you guys let us know that you can hear us or not? You can write on the chat if you want. Also, you can use emojis. There are lots of options available on Teams. Oh yeah, thanks for letting me know, Vincent. So hello everyone. So we are really excited to kick off our exciting session on this Explore Azure AI Services and also the certification pathways with this exciting, amazing guest with joining us today, like Kristen and Vincent. Will be we are really delighted to have both of them today. So really excited. And before we get started, let me introduce myself. I'm Jainul Abidin Mia, Microsoft Learn Gold Student Ambassador and co-organizer of the AI/ML community, part of the global AI community sponsored by Microsoft, and also the Fabric User Community Bangladesh. You can also join those group on. We are recruiting some members, so you can join this group. Yeah. Also, do let me know where you're from, like which part of the world you're from. Joining today, we are delighted to have you. Also, share us your name. Yeah, let's check on the comments. You can write on the chat, like where are you from and your name. Wow, Vishal. Great to have you here, Vishal. Wow, we have guests from Belgium. Wow, that's great. Amazing. Wow, Thailand. We have people from Thailand, also Singapore. That's really great. Also, most people are students. So, for students like you guys, we have an exciting opportunity for you. So, let me just share you the screen. So, many of you not know Azure. What is Azure? Okay, you can write on the chat like what is Azure. If you don't know Azure is, let me just share my screen. I think I have to share the full screen. Azure for students. I think the screen is not working. Is my screen visible? Vincent, can you let me know in the chat or anyone
Not
if
yet. I'm still seeing a blank screen.
or blank screen? I just share my screen. Can you screen my screen now?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's great, Vincent. So Azure is actually a cloud platform by Microsoft, which allows you to deploy, manage, and build application and services. So for students like you, Azure provides like I think it's loading yet. So for students like you, Azure provides $100 credit, so you can experiment with Azure and build, manage, and deploy applications. And so let me provide you the link on the comment chat box. You can try that out and get the $100 benefit. Then we have, so if the Azure doesn't work, you can try for the GitHub Student Developer Pack. You can unlock some services like hosting, how to host your application. Then if the GitHub Student Developer Pack doesn't work, you can also try for like the Microsoft 365 Education Pack, which gives you tools like the Microsoft Office, Word, and really amazing software tools. You can get them for free. So let me sharing you the link just right now. Then we will deep dive into the exciting session of today's. So let me just share you the link of the opportunities available for you guys. I think for some reason the screen isn't working. I think I've been trying to deploy so many applications. And then the GitHub Student Developer Pack. Let me know if you can access those links yet. I will try to share them later. So also, so today we have, as you all know, we have two guests joining us today, which is Vincent and Christian. Well, Vincent is a Microsoft technical trainer with he's also a cloud advocate, and he's known for his dynamic approach for teaching students like you guys, like how to learn how to get experiment with Azure Cloud. So he will be showing us some of the Azure AI services. Then we have also Christian who will be showing us on the part two, like how certification pathways available for you to get. So yeah, we are really exciting for this session. Then over to you, Vincent. You can introduce yourself, then start with the session of today's.
All right, thank you, Zainul, for having us tonight. So, welcome everyone to this session right here. Just a quick check. Give me a sea of thumbs up if you can hear me loud and clear. All right. So, and also, of course, you can see my screen. All right. Yeah, Kristen gave me. Thank you, Vishal. Thank you, Laibiba. Thank you, Yongsin. All right. Thank you, everyone. I guess you are ready for today. Yeah. So for today, we of course let me introduce more about myself first. I'm Vincent right here. So I'm based in Singapore, and basically I'm a Microsoft technical trainer. But usually I will call it myself a Microsoft Cloud Platform Evangelist. All right, and of course I would love to keep learning and sharing. Right, and my favorite tagline is "Get inspired, make great things happen." Over to you, Christine. Let's do a quick introduction before I show all of you what we have for all of you today.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Kristen, and I'm also the Microsoft Technical Trainer, same as Vincent, but I'm based in Taiwan. And I was a data scientist before, so I love data and AIs. So hopefully we can have a very great AI sessions today with you. Yeah.
All right, great. Thank you, Christine. Yeah, and also, folks, I want this to be a very interactive session, so please share anything on the chat or whatever, and also reactions. All right, if you feel like this is cool, just because we can't see you, right? Just show us your excitement in there, all right? Okay, let's go. And this is where the agenda for today. All right, we have probably around 1 hour, okay, maybe shorter. We will only talk about two main things, right? Which is the first part, I will be sharing with you more about exploring Azure AI services, all right, which is the main agenda for this session here. And the second part, which is by Christine, where of course, I show you all the cool app, right? Cool applications, cool services. How can you learn? Right? That is where Christine will share with you more about the Microsoft Credential pathway. And of course, at the end of the session, we'll reserve some time for the Q&A. All right. So of course, time to time, I will also answer some of the questions if I see from my chat. All right. So I have my chat just right in front of me. So you can just put in anything in there as well. All right. So are you all ready to get into this exciting session here? If you are ready, do you know what to do?
Time's up.
All right, yes, thumbs up. All right, that's good. You are clever right now. Okay, let's go. Okay, so the first of all, I just wanted to share with you this Azure AI Services web app. But before that, let me bring you through the journey step by step. All right, so step by step. And the good thing is that I have all the resources here for you today, right? So we'll start with the first link here. What are Azure AI Services? All right. So the first thing here is that what are Azure AI Services? So if I see, I haven't opened it up. So let's just open it up from here, right? So you'll see from here that this is what the main focus that we'll discuss today. What are Azure AI Services? There's a lot of the different Azure AI services in there. Let me try to zoom in for you, right? Azure AI Search, Azure OpenAI, right? Bot services, content safety, right? There's so many different services as part of this Azure AI services, right? So for today, as part of my demo, I will show you some like languages, speech. So you expect that our application later on able to speak, all right? Because they can speak, they can talk, they can hear in there, right? So speech. And the main purpose I'm sharing you these services is that each of that, right, they will bring you to the official documentation. When you click on this is the official documentation from Microsoft regarding the service, the product itself. So if you wanted to know more about like the different offering, like speech, what they can do, right? They can do speech to text, text to speech, scenario deep drive, and so on and so forth in there, right? This is where you will able to get the information, right? Although there's a lot more learning material out there, but this is always the latest and greatest from Microsoft. Let me share with you one thing, right? If you click on one of these links, you will see that this is recently updated like last month. So you can see that there's different programming languages that you can use, right? Of course, the demo that I will show you is more on Python, right? But if you are a C# person, please don't limit yourself to learn Python. Just go on to whatever strength, whatever coding language that you have, right, in there. Okay, so you can see this is the official documentations, and I really wanted you to learn how to browse this because that will be the source of truth regarding the product information. Okay, so later on, if can, I also will time to time when I show some demos, I will come back to some of this documentation here. All right, so that was the first thing that I wanted to talk about, like all the different services in here. Okay, so of course, today we have limited time. I will not be able to show you everything, but right now, let's go on to my demo. Okay, so this is where, of course, I have this Azure AI Web Service, AI Services Web App, right? Of course, how many of you here, when you are trying to learn coding, right? There's you learn it in the Visual Studio, and then you saw the output from your Visual Studio code, right? How many of you do that? You learn the coding, right? Let's say, let me show you my Visual Studio code, right? You learn the coding, right? Then you see that you run a Python, but you run the code, right? Then after that, the output is in here. When you see the output is in here, right? You can see maybe like some lines here. I guess that's how we all code, right? You see the output from the terminal. Am I right? If that's your case, can you give me a thumbs up? You probably only see, right? Okay, at least I wanted to make sure that you understand what I'm saying. Okay, so that's where you see, if just seeing the terminal, sometimes you see like, wow, okay, not nice, all right, all that. And that's why I want to change this. Instead of seeing the output from the terminal, which is like Visual Studio Code here, I decided to make a web app. This is my web app here. And the good news is that you can take my web app, try it out yourself. You do not need to reinvent the wheel. All right, you see this is such a cool web app, right? I name it as a Dragon app because I generated this from DAO-E. So I call it as the Dragon app. So like I share with Kristen, this is my Dragon app. Can we do more together for the Dragon app? Kristen say, what is the Dragon app? Right, until right now, Christine know what is the Dragon app now. Okay, so this is my so-called as known as Dragon app. So this is for you to explore the different services as a start, right? As a start, we do not know how to use it, right? Some of the different methods, the programming languages, right? And this is where I have it for you. And this is the main code. I'm using Python. I'm using Flask framework, right? So of course, if you are not familiar with some of this, Copilot meets you where you are. All right, you can use Copilot in the Visual Studio Code. You can use Copilot in the web, right, to search it out. Right, so you can see I have different thing in here, which I will show you more later on for each of that. Right, then I can just use the method detect language, all right, and then analyze sentiments, all right, and later on you see extract key phrases. Each of the features for the Azure AI, all right. And this is the main code, main logic. But by the way, if you want to run it, don't forget to have your own Azure subscription as well, which is where I think early on Zeno mentioned about it. So you can have a free subscription, sign it up, and then after that, remember to create the resources as well. Okay, create the resources to get your endpoint and your key. You are not going to use my endpoint and key, yeah? All right. It's not like you use, I pay. Okay, you use, you pay. Right? Of course, there's some free credit for you in there as well. So you can just create those services in there, right? And then just replace it with your own key and endpoint, and you are ready to rock. Okay. So I hope this gives you some ideas how you can use this web app as your learning material. This is a learning material. It's not a end user project. It's a learning material. Wow. Because we all know we learn best through a practical project. Because if you just read, you're not doing any project, you won't learn. All right. I think you agree. Am I right? Everyone agree? If you agree, give me a love. I don't want a clap. That means you really agree. This is, we all learn from practical project. All right. Thank you, Vishal. Thank you, Kayas. Thank you, Hasnu. All right. Thank you, everyone. Okay. Now, I know I bought you with a lot of this intro, but it's necessary intro, right? At least you know what is this application about, right? What it can do, right? You can see that's getting started in here. Try it out. If you face any issue, reach out to me on LinkedIn, all right? And if you kind of like improve my web app, all this, right? Please feel free to give me a pull request or work together with me to make this a better application here. All right, now I know enough of talking. You all just say, Vincent, show me the code, and not show me the code, show me the app. All right. So this is where right now, of course, I have this right now. So this is where this is a live application I have, and it's deployed on my local host. It's not on the Azure Web App or whatever yet, but it's an interactive application here. All right, that you can see that I can change. And by the way, when I click on Azure OpenAI, which I know a lot of you wanted to know the applications, but oh, too bad. Work in progress. Okay, so I still have a lot of work to do for all these different applications. All right, that's why chat back soon and follow me on LinkedIn. And this is where the link to LinkedIn. So for this today, I mainly will focus on language. This is where I started off to build this application. And by the way, I built this application using GitHub Copilot. Initially supposed to use 7 days. I'm not a pro programmer. I'm not a software engineer. I'm a trainer, right? Initially, suppose it will take 7 days, but I use a GitHub Copilot. I think I coded this within 3 days, and my colleague was impressed by that as well. Right, 3 days, and of course, then I still move on to code it day and night to make it better. Okay. Now let's look at the first demo here. Let's say all these are applicable button here, right? I'm not a software engineer, like I say. I'm not a like front end or back end here. So as long as it's workable, it's good for me to share with you the concept already. So let's try with the first one, language. So let's say we try something. Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? I am so excited. Right? So just this language. So if you want to use AI to analyze the language, is this a English, right? You want to use AI to detect the sentiment, right? Is it positive, negative? You want to extract some entities, you want to extract some key phrases, you want to extract some link entities, all right? How you can do? Click on it. Instead of seeing the boring terminal output, right now you are seeing the output here. This is English. This is positive. This is the entity today. Right? Key phrases is everyone and no link entity were detected. Of course, I will not be able to explain each of the features here, but what do you think? Right? This is how we learn. And this is how you see at the back, at the front, right? At the front end. Now, let me demystify this for you. Okay, how it works at the back end is very simple. When you see this, you'll be saying like, what? This is so easy, right? Okay, now let me show you the my app.py, right? This is the main logic, and we have our language route. Okay, language route. Where's my language route? It's a bit messy still. Still a lot of thing to work on here. So if you are a software engineer or whatever, please help me here. All right. So this is an open source project here. Okay, I believe, let me see, language. This is where AI language. I need to search it again. All right, I think it's not there, not there. I think it should be quite front. All right, so you can see it's here. All right, so this is the language route. Okay, because I use Flask, and if you see here, this is the language route. Okay, this one usually I call it as a root, right? So if you don't put anything, root, you're gonna enter this. Oops, not found. So that's why I went to the AI language. AI language is my main interface. And when I click on language, then they will go on to another route. Okay, and right now, if you see the route here, I will then get my original text from the front end. Okay, and then I will start doing whatever that I want to do. Right, when you get the thing ready, I have the model here, language model here. I just need to send it, right? It's an out of the box experience here. So I just need to send it. I just use this detect language. Then you can get the language result already, like we see. And then, of course, this is how we get the output, the way you code it, right? Of course, I use Python. The second one is a sentiment, right? So analyze sentiment. So you can see I just use Toast SDK method. And then after that, down here, I have a extract key phrases. Okay, and then down here, recognize entities. Okay, and then I have recognize link entity. And that's all. If you see, look back here again, I have the language, I have sentiment, I have entities, I have key phrases, I have link entities. That's it, right? So this is how you will just use it. And the main purpose of this app is for you to look at, okay, this is how it works and how can I code it at the back end? And if you have your own application, then that's a good news for you, right? Then you'll be saying like maybe Kristen have a great idea. Hey, can my app, right? Kristen has currently a great app. Can my app do some analysis for the comments written by a lot of people? Oh, then Kristen know that, oh, I should use this client analyze sentiments, then put in my documents, right? Then I can analyze it already. Easy, right, Kristen? Right? So I think it's easy, right? Once, and that's the purpose that I want to show you. You can do it yourself as well. Okay, not just looking at my application. All right, of course, I hope that through this application, you can roll out better and cooler application, right? But the main thing is that to educate you that it's not hard. You can just use this whatever function here. You do not need to train a model. You just use it. But of course, you need to have an Azure subscription. All right. So that was the first demo that I have. The second demo that I have. All right. So let's see what is the second demo that I have. PII detection. Anyone knows what is a PII? Right, this is a pop quiz. Of course, there's no prizes unless Gino has some prizes for all of you. Right, maybe next time when I see you, just a high five with you. All right. So what is
Yeah, they are
PII here?
revealing a premium. So wait till the end.
Okay. What is PII here? Anyone can tell me, right? Because you are kind of quiet in the chat. I don't see anything. All right, well, so right now this is a pop quiz. What is PI? Wow, personally identifiable information. I'm sure. No, I don't want to judge you that you are using Copilot. Supposed to use Copilot to learn, right? But which is good. Right, thank you, Hasano. Right, so PII is a personally identified information. That means it's your personal information. So let's say I type in here, hi, my name is Vincent. All right. Can you call me at 012-456-7890? Okay. There's a few category, right? So that means when I click all, you expect that then the service will say, oh, this is sensitive information. I need to hide it. Right. So you can see Vincent is a person, right? This one is a phone number. Okay. Then also after that, they no more. So that's why they only have two. Right? Okay, now your application can choose the category. You can say, okay, I only want the phone number to be masked out. Vincent is not a sensitive information, right? So, but my phone number is a sensitive information. I don't want it to be appear on the online, right? Or maybe customers don't like this phone number to be displayed, right? You can choose the category, recognize the PII. Right? Of course, all these category will be shown in the documentation. And you can see right now, Vincent is not being masked out. It's only the number, right? They only detect the number. Vincent is no longer detected, right? So now how this works, right? You'll be curious. And that's how we always go back to here. Recognize PII, right? I have this recognize PII route. Okay, so it's fairly simple once you know the basic, right? Recognize PII route. You see, I'm getting the documents. I'm getting my category. Is it the all? Is it a phone number? All right, and then right now, this is the method that I'm using, recognize PII entities. Right, when I hover over this, you can see there's a category filters. And that's why I pass in my category filters here, equal to my selected category. And then after that, you'll get the result. Is that easy or hard? You can see there, right? I only need to know, I need to get the documents, get whatever selected category by my front end, and then I pass in to this right here. And then I will get the result. Of course, I need to code the way to get the result from the dictionary, right? Do you all see that? Do you all see that? Is it easy or hard? Do you think? I'm not sure for some of you, do you have the software background? But by seeing me explaining like this, are you able to follow? Probably I'll be shocking right now. What? That easy? All right. Maybe some of you are already like thinking that, what? Just easy. I'm like, cheating in the exam, right? Just copy paste a few of this code and I can use it already. And that's how the spirit of open source, right? All these codes are there out there, right? You do not need to reinvent the wheel, write the code yourself, right? Read the documentation yourself anymore. Just try to understand this app. Of course, this app created by me. I'm the person that understand the most. But if you understand this, how it works, it's so easy for you as well. All right, now this is PII. Now I wanted to go on to others. Again, translate. This is also my favorite. We have a so wide audience right here. I want you to give me some of the text that you want to translate right now. So to kick off, I will give you one example here. All right. Anyone can tell me what is this? What is shown here? It's a Japanese. I will have a mixture of that. If you want to try out a few different like Bangladesh language, Germany language, Thailand, all right, put it onto the chat for me. I will paste it and do a live demo for you, do some live changes for you as well. All right. So anyone know what is this? Right. I'm sure we have some of the folks that learning Japanese, right? So what is this? Anyone can guess. If not, then we can use our AI to help us, right? Okay. So 3, 2, 1. Okay, no one is answering. Then let AI do it. Okay, so I will not explain what is all this yet, right? Let's translate to English first. Translate. Then scroll down. It's a hello. All right. But you say, Vincent, I wanted to learn how to pronounce this, like this, Japanese words in here. How do I know how to pronounce this? Yes, they translated to hello, but how do I pronounce it, right? And this is where inside this translator service, they have something called transliteration. Transliteration is where they will guide you how to pronounce the text in the native language. So let's try it out. Let's translate it as well, although I know the button might be misleading, but going down here, too bad. They didn't have it because I need to change my code. Let's have a look at the code right now. Okay, let's do a live changes right now. Okay, so if you see here, I have a transliteration session here, and I changed the script from this to Latin, right? I suppose need to change it from Japanese to Latin. And this is where I need to go back to my documentation now. All right. I need to go on to this translator service, right? Azure AI Translator. And if you come down to here, if I say I wanted to do Japanese, all right, I need to use this JPAN. From this JPAN, the kanji, right? The text, then this JPAN. Okay. So I need then to change it here. All right, so this should be the from script JPAN, and this is JA, right? Then translate to Latin. Save it. All right, now let's come back to here. Let's refresh this page again. Okay, so I think it should be all good. So they are still, I believe they are still running out. Okay, yes, so they are still restarting, so might not see it directly. Okay, so it's depending on this web app. All right, I hope you are following so far so good. Yeah, all right, so the web is up there right now. And I'm going to paste in the same thing again. All right, so anyone, you can, I wanted to do one more demo. So if you have like Bangladesh word or whatever that you wanted to put in, Thai word, I can do it as well for you. Okay, we turn on this transliteration, translate, and we know how to read this right now. This is called konnichiwa. All right. I now learn Japanese as well. Konnichiwa. Later on, I can use it in my speech service as well. Konnichiwa. All right. So that is how we can translate from the different languages. All right. Translate is one thing, but how do you pronounce it is another thing. Right. Now, I know some of you are just shy. You don't give me in there, right? give me the text in the chat. I have this here. Anyone can read what is this? I know Christine probably not. Maybe Gino, you might need to help us. What is this here? Wow, I saw some answer
It's
there. You even give me a transliteration there. How are you? Wow. Okay, let's try it out. And before we forget, before we do the translation, we need to change it because my app is not that robust yet, lah. Okay. All right. So that's why please pardon me for that. So I need to change this again, right? So from script, from the Bangladesh to there, right? So this is where right now I need to go back to here, right? That's where I show you how you can use all these, right? So right now we say Bang. Okay, so they have this language as well out of the box, right? So that's why we need to have this BENG and BN. Okay, so BENG and the BN. All right, so we change this BENG and BN. All right, so Christine probably will see that, oh, this is a gap that we can improve, right? Make our app more robust. Can have a drop down to change it instead of like change it on the code. Right now, this is the exciting time. Okay, let's go back to my app. And with this, I'm sure whoever that you put it in there is good. And please, let's clap for them later on, right? So let me just do this again. All right. And right now, let's paste this. And in 3, 2, 1. Finger crossed. Okay. And there you go. How are you doing? To me, come on, Archer, right? Later, I will use my speech service to learn more about that. All right. So this is what and how it helps you with this translation. All right, clap for yourself. All right, that's good. That's good, folks. And right now, let's go on to the next one that I have. Right, translation is one thing. I have speech recognition. All right, now oh, I don't have the Bangladesh language here because I wanted to try the one that they teach me how to say right to me Kemo Ako, right? I think that's the correct one. Say now, coming back to the next, this is where we will use the speech service documentation. If you come down to here, all right, let's search for recognize the speech first, right? Because this is speech to text. So let's say Bangla, right? Do they have? Hopefully they have, right? Is it no, that is not Bengali. Oh, text to speech they probably don't have, man. That's sad. Oh, they is this right? Bengali, no, right? Is that the same? No, I don't think so. Let me try. Okay, maybe not that one. We will try another one. We try the konnichiwa. Okay, so this is where I use the Japanese. Okay, so this is where I have this JAJP. All right, I already have JAJP here, right, which is on my app. Okay, so let me show you the demo first, and I will show you the backend, how it works. So JAJP, I think I have JAJP here. All right, I will start recognition. Konnichiwa. And of course, they've given me this thing here, right? So we know that this is just the speech service. That means they convert my speech in Japanese to the Japanese language, right? Of course, there's another one here, right? Annyeonghaseyo, right? And this is in Korean, right? Unfortunately, I'm not sure, is it the Bangladesh? Let me try the Bangladesh, right? Is it the BN there, right? I'm not sure, is it the same? But this is where I can change this BN and IN, right? So this is where I show you how I integrate it, all right? So this is where we have our recognition, all right? So where is it? So you just need to search it, all right? Not too hard, recognize, and you can see I have all my languages here. So right now, what I need to do is just add it in, all right? Just add it in again, all right? And after that, I should be able to use the, I think this BN Bengali to when I speak that, then they should be returning me to that. All right, so right now, let me close and coming back to here. Let me just refresh this again. All right. So you can see that it's a nice framework that we can have. And there you go. We have BNIN array. All right. Let's see. Where is it? To me, come on. To me, come on. Okay. Okay. To me, come on. Ako. Wow, that is the one. Right, that is the one. We did it. Right, this is the one, right? So for Jarif or Ubayyed, right, this is the one. They can recognize it. You can just need to change the language. All right, then you can get the result already. You can see that the here they are just using this what? They're just using this speech recognizer recognize once a sing only. That's it. All right. So then the rest is the result. Of course, we need to set up the speech config and the audio config in there. Okay. So if you are interested to learn more, later on, Christine will tell you which course that you can take to learn each of these alien configurations here. Okay. Now, I think this is where I have my final demo, which is the interesting one where your application can finally talk speech synthesis. All right, I forgot to do one thing. All right, let's try to copy this. Let's try to copy this. All right, and then go back to our language. Right, always I love to like switch along here. Right, maybe the UI is not good yet, but oh, I have a Bangla here leh. Good. So later on I will show you how to edit. Right, I forgot to delete that earlier on. So right now, don't like distracted by other voice. Now you are going to hear this.
তুমি কেন থাকো?
Do you hear that? To me, Kamo Ako. Right? It's definitely better than me. Okay? But mine is not too bad, right? Okay? So of course here you can choose the different languages here, right? The human voice. Right? So this is where you can go on to here and search for the text to speech. Right? So you see, let's say BN, right? Bangladesh. So if you don't like this, just like I think I use male voice, right? If you want the female voice, just choose this female voice here. Okay, then let's edit it. All right, so let's go on to here. I think my voice, I put it in the synthesize here. Okay, so and then this is where going down here, and you'll see that this is where the Bangla, right? That I will put here options. Okay, so I use the Copilot to help me. I will change this to the one that I copy from documentations. All right, and then this one I will say is a Bangla female. All right, and then this is male. All right, sounds good, folks. So let's save it. And right now, let's refresh it. And we should have the same sentence will be able to speak by the female voice. All right, so excited for that. Oh, wait, I copied the wrong thing. All right, I have it here, luckily. All right, so then we'll select this, female, right? Start synthesis right now. So don't get distracted. In 3, 2, 1.
তুমি কেমন আছো?
Whoa, to me Kamano Acho, right? It's slightly different, and there's a female voice in there. All right. So you can see it was so fun for me to explore all this, referring back to the documentations. How do I apply the knowledge that I learned into application? Because if you just learn like all this here, if you're not developing any application, is useless. All right. So I think let me see if I have any more last thing here. All right. So I think that should be all. Of course, some of this code that I have, I do it from this sample code here, right? But this sample code, like I say, is boring because it's just terminal. Okay, so that's why I made it as a web app, and you can use it later on. I will share with you all these resources later on. All right, so let me see. Do I have any more thing else? All right, that's all from me, folks. All right, let's clap for ourselves so that we go through this first chapter. Now, over to you, Christine.
Yeah, so how exciting service, right? We can do a lot of different things within Azure AI service. So actually, we having some learning path in the Azure machine learning path, and we were sharing the path later in the chat. And then after you go through this path and play the service that Vincent shared with you later with the app, you know more about the Azure AI service. Actually, you can do more when you are learning, when you finish your learning. You can go to having our Microsoft certifications. We having two credentials pathway that you can do. One is the Microsoft certifications. This is kind of the role base, and you can take the exam. So you having the exam over there to took the exam to get the certifications. That would be like going to the school test. So you're having some questions and then answer, and then you can get a badge. And then you have another options, which is called applied skills. The applied skills is like project based, and then it's kind of the scenario and asking you, uh, when you having a task, how should you doing? And then they have been typing some code and then like saving some text. And it is not, you don't need to pay any monies to get this apply skills credential. You can just go into having some lab exam and then save some tax, and then you can get this apply skill credential. So this is the two way after you are learning from the Azure AI service. And then you can go into have these two options of the credential you can doing. For the certifications, I think we are having the AI 102, which is Azure AI Engineer Associate. You can get this Azure AI Associate, and then this page you can share in linkings and anywhere you wanted to put to share with you. You got the Azure AI Engineer Associate, and then you also have another these six credentials like Vincent sharing, like we having some speech language part, and then we also having some currently we are very exciting about the generative AI part, right? So we also having some applied skills with the generative AI, and also we having some visions solutions as well. So you are, if you are interested in this kind of also we have the document intelligence. This is also be part of in Vincent's app. So after you go through all the play with the Vincent's applications, and then having some Microsoft learning path, and then you can go to have this kind of exam, just like um, having the testing code like Vincent's showing. So just having, if you having the reference like Vincent's repo, I think you definitely can easy pass this kind of applying skill, right? Yeah, so it's easy to pass this kind of lab, so you can go through this kind of pathway. And this is a Microsoft Learn in the AI skill challenging right now. So this is a opportunity right now. Just I think this is a limited time. You are currently you can do this is challenging. So if you are planning to learning AI right now, so you can go to these Microsoft AI skill challenging and to take this challenge, and then go back to play some learning pathway, and then you can go to it, you can go to get some credential. That is a very good timing for you because the challenge is over there. You can take some readings on the AI service, and then go to play some Vincent's app, and then finish the batch. So everything is like preparing for you in the right timing. So going to having this kind of challenging and credential is a very good time for you. So, Vincent, do you have anything you want to add? Ah, you are mute.
Oh, I just unmuted. Yeah, all right. Thanks, Christine. So, folks, yeah, this slide I will also share with you all later on. Of course, some of these we also have the link already, so I will put it into the GitHub. All right. So maybe I would since we still have some time, let me just show you one more thing. Is where like this applied skill, right? What you need to search is just search about Microsoft Credential. Okay. So Credential. So Microsoft Credential will have two paths, like what Christine mentioned. So the certification, all right, let me go back to this credential here. Right, you can see Microsoft Credential. They have this Microsoft Applied Skill, right, which is very recent. Microsoft Certification, which is AI 102, right? So of course, you can then choose this here, which I wanted to highlight more is the applied skill. So this is where I will go on to highlight this AI engineer, right? There you can see whatever screenshot that we have for you. Okay, so the first one is this one. Of course, early on, if you learn through my app, like Kristen mentioned, it's really easy to pass this because it's a practical, right? It's not multiple choice question. You need to do a lab, 2 hours to complete, right? Use the interactive lab, right? And if you fail, you can do it again 72 hours. And the best thing is that I need to repeat 3 times. It's free, it's free, it's free currently. Okay. So if you fail, just need to launch it 72 more hours in that. All right. So, and of course, for me, I think I passed it early on. So you see, you'll go through each of that learning module, but they will ask you, hey, should I use analyze sentiment? Should I use detect text or whatever, right? If I show you the code here again, right? If I go back to the language, because in the practical, right, they will ask you about how to code instead of how to answer based on our school, right? So you need to see is in here. Let me see where's my language. Maybe I will just say detect language. All right. So you need to know that, oh, to detect language, I will use this detect languages here. If I want to use sentiment, I need to use this function here. All right. So this is part of the skill assessment that they will assess you when you're doing the thing. You need to know, okay, you need to create a resource. You need to first have the Azure subscription, right? Of course, the Azure subscription, you do not need to have your own because they will give it to you. Okay. So you do it. All right, then you know that, okay, you need to go to the Azure portal to create the resources, all that, right? And after that, get the key and endpoint, and then you can use the service. Basically, you need to have the key and endpoint so that you can use the service. It's just like you subscribe to something, right? You need to have the key, all right? And then there's an application that you use. So you need to have that ready, all right? And then my app here, if you are going through here, then you know that, oh, if I wanted to extract key phrases, then I will use, what is that? Anyone can guess it, extract key phrases, or I will use this extract key phrases in here. All right, so that's the main purpose of my application, for you to enhance your learning. That means enhance your practical learning in here. All right. Now, and also the good thing here is that when I show you on the last part here, I earlier on created a mind map. Okay, so to show you whatever in this AI 102 certification. So AI 102 certification, it comprises of all the different services, right? The language, the vision, the speech. Okay, so that's it's a bit large, right? Usually I do this as a 4-day training. So if you see, I zoom in here, right? Of course, you will have a high resolution one. You can get the link to go in. So each of that, then I have some notes and have some links for you to go to the official documentations, all right? And I know you all love that, right? I see some of the love already. So you can access this anytime that you want, all right? So any feedback or suggestion, please feel free to let me know. And this is where the resources page, right? I know I haven't really updated a lot, right? Especially but you can see that right now, which is I show you. You don't need to have a lot of links. You only need to have these GitHub links that we show you, right? It's posted on my own personal GitHub, all right? So I usually have it on my different talks that I go. Okay, so here, repo, so this is on the 23rd October, all right? This is our session here today. All right, and then you can see what are Azure AI Services, my web app, the Microsoft credential that I mentioned, and also Kristen mentioned, and also my mind map is here. All right, so you can see if you're going to here, then you come to here, then browse it. So everything that we show you is in here. Okay, so the only thing now, the call to actions for you is that let's go, get inspired, make great things happen. All right, so with that, thank you, everyone. I think pass it back to Jino. I think there's some gift to give away to everyone. Thank you, everyone,
That's
for the
really a
clap.
great
All right,
presentation.
and great. Before that, I need to do one thing, folks. Let's clap for ourselves. All right, so usually I will do
Oh,
this
they're
at
all
the end of my
solidarity
training.
stance, I think.
Yeah, usually I
Oh,
will do
no.
this at the end of training because it shows your commitment in learning. You are still here, you didn't drop or whatever. It shows your commitment of learning, and congrats to yourself to invest this 1 hour with us tonight. All right, I'm sure something great will happen already because Christine herself also believes that if you are inspired, something great will happen. I always tell Christine. That's why Christine was laughing just now when I say that tagline. Yeah. All right. Over to you.
Yeah, that's great presentation.
Vincent,
If
I
you
think
guys
we
have
should
any question,
share about
you
the
can.
Azure AI skill challenging page. Is that over there?
It's not here, but yeah, I can search it. It's a Microsoft Learn. Yeah, I should put it into my AI skill challenge. Yeah, it's a limited. I think out of maybe a
Yeah,
few
that's right.
more weeks, right?
Yeah, we can share them. I think.
Yeah, this one. This is the
Okay.
current AI skill challengings right now, so
Yeah.
you can take the challenging. Yeah.
Yes. All right. So not just so one of the AI is here, right? So you can take and then you can also take the special editions batch as well for this AI skill challenge. All right. Okay, so I will put it into my GitHub later on. Okay, but the thing that you need is that this link here. All right, you just go on to
Yeah.
my GitHub here. All right.
Yeah,
Hey.
do go to the LinkedIn, the GitHub ID of the. Also, in order to contact, you can also give your LinkedIn ID also as well. So if
Yes,
they
I
have any
already shared
question,
in the
Yeah, we have
chat.
already shared. Yeah.
So I will also
that was
post
really
it.
great, Vincent.
Let me
Your
put it
work on
again
the
with
GitHub.
the linking part.
Yeah, thank you, Kristen.
So welcome everyone to chat with us. If you have any further questions about that.
You can also unmute if you want. All you have to do is raise your hand, or you can write on the chat.
Yeah, please let us know if any feedback, all right, or anything that you find
Yeah.
inspiring from the sessions, all right, or maybe one
Also,
of the key
about
highlight
the
you learned.
LinkedIn Premium, I think I'd like to add about the LinkedIn Premium. Like, if you want to get a LinkedIn Premium, all you have to do is
Wow.
write a summary on what you have learned. So
Yes, a
based
key
on that,
highlight.
so we need to know that what you guys have already learned. So without that, we won't get the LinkedIn Premium. So make
Wow.
sure to write what you have learned. Also, I think most of you are gonna use an AI, so make sure not to use AI. So it won't show you what you guys have learned. Also, I will provide you the recording. If you want, you can watch it later. I think based on the participants, we will provide you the link. Also, I think there wasn't you can provide also slides if you they want the presentation slides on the certification path, Christian,
Yeah, we'll probably
or we
put it
can
into
provide.
here. Yeah, we'll put it into this GitHub repo as well.
Oh yeah, then all of it are available on GitHub repository. You can check that out. I'm really grateful to have you all here today. It's really amazing to have this amazing speaker with us today. So,
I'm
and
still
one thing I
waiting
like
for
to
some
add
of
is,
the learning.
yeah,
We are still waiting for the
I'm,
learning. So if you can share with
yeah,
us some key
definitely,
highlights, all right.
yeah. And one thing I like to add is dream do come true, guys. Like I was the one who was attending this session with Vincent last time when he came to Bangladesh, when he was with Bangladesh, and now I'm the one hosting this session. So yeah, now next time it will be you, the hosting this session, and I will be the attendee. So make sure to participate daily and also apply for Microsoft Student Ambassador program. That's a great program for students. So you can become a gold ambassador like me, then also host a session with the Vincent also and Christian will be available to help you guys through your journey. So make sure to learn, and contribute to the community
Yeah.
and also achieve great things. Is there anything you guys like to add or we can end this session? Yeah, get inspired and make great things happen, guys. So if you guys don't have any question, then we can end this session now. Thank you all
Oh,
for
there's no
joining
one
this
to get
session.
the linking premium. Can I share, right? So that I can get, all right? No, just joking.
Oh yeah, no worries, you
No,
can
no,
share.
no, I don't have anything to share, but I mean, I definitely trust that you all have learned something through these sessions
Mm.
on, although I know it's just like 1 hour here. So definitely one thing that I really encourage all of you to do is that to try out the app. All right. And if you face any issue, let me know. Okay. Try out the app. Else, whatever that
Yeah.
you listen today will be zero.
Also, if you
Okay.
want, you can share your app. That will be a great advantage for LinkedIn Premium as well. We will love to
Yeah.
see what you have built. So
Yeah.
make sure
So
to share your app.
yeah, if let's say you derive something else from my application, right? You learn something from my application, you develop something, right? Please feel free to share and then also tag us on LinkedIn, right? So at least we know that, oh, this is from the sharing here today. At least it helps you to get started with Azure AI services, right? Wow, we have one sharing there.
Wow.
Azure AI language, yeah. So the one that I use, yeah. Choose from Azure, all right. Is that qualified?
That's really amazing, guys. We
Yes, all
love to
right.
see you how you innovate things, guys. So make sure to innovate and create some more apps.
Yes. Don't just use my app, right? Please share more the app that you created, all right? Then yeah, I would love to learn more, all right? Christine and myself, we all constantly learning, all right, with a growth mindset so that we can
Yeah.
innovate and also share with our learners. You can imagine that my day-to-day job is 9 to 5 training, right? And then we need to
Yeah.
share a lot of these kind of applications to our attendees, right? So that they can relate, right? Not just coming to a boring lecture. Okay, if you are just coming to a boring lecture, you'll see that a lot of my learners will say, bye, Vincent. We'll see you next time, or maybe no more next time. All right. Okay, so that's why we need to challenge ourselves to learn a lot. All right, so that's why we wanted to see what kind of innovation that you bring, and then that will help. Right, a lot of different use cases. Yeah. Anything else to add, Christine? Well, I think we can still wait like 1 or 2 more minutes to see if more
Yeah.
coming on the chat. All right.
We can also wait for the question. If you want, you can add in a question. Like
Yeah.
you guys can also talk about like what's your experience with Microsoft Technical Trainer. Like everyone would love to know, like how it just feels to work with Microsoft Technical
Oh.
Trainer.
Okay, there's a question by Abdullah. What were the key points of Vincent Kok and Kristen Chan experience working with AI and data?
Oh,
Key points. So if I understand this correctly, for me,
right.
I would say it's maybe my experience working with AI. For me, I feel great to have the opportunity to work in the AI field right now because now is the exciting time, right? It's now. It's not tomorrow. Okay, it's not yesterday. It's now. Now is the best time to learn AI and then to teach AI, right? Because to teach, you need to learn twice. So that's where I think it's the best time for me to learn about AI. And also I'm expanding myself to learn more about data. I'm not a data person. I'm more an AI person. Actually, early on, I'm an electronic engineer. Okay, electronic engineering. I think some of you are also engineering, and that's where I shift to become a, I think info IT and more on education, and that's where right now I'm scaling up on the education, right? And AI and data is something new for me, and I of course started with AI, and then right now move on to more data, and thanks to Christine to help me on this data journey because Christine is a data practitioner. Okay, so that's why I learned a lot from Christine as well. Okay, so over to you, Christine, to answer that.
Okay, so for me, if you the key point of the AI and data part, it's like do by learning by doing. Like when you are seeing something great and you have to try to writing the code by yourself or doing it again by yourself, so that you will get you will definitely learn something from you when you are just try to maybe just going through all the step like someone give you, but it's more it's more than you just watch. So when my tip is like just by doing or when you are having new things, yeah.
All right,
So I
thank
think
you,
we have
Christine.
more.
So
I
I
think
have
someone asked a question, added a question in the
okay,
comment there.
I'm also from EEE department. Is there any suggestions? So for
Triple
me,
E
I reply.
department.
Yeah,
Even.
triple E, I already replied. So take your first step now. Try out the app to upskill yourself, right? So don't limit
Like
to
he's
just
from electrical engineering department,
yes,
so that's what he meant, I think. Yeah.
yes. The
So
EEE.
for
So
the
yeah,
certifications, I think you can go to the fundamental part first, maybe AI 900 or some special credential you are wanting to learn from some skills, the language or something else. So if you are looking for the certifications, which is like we are sharing about the quiz exam, like that, I think will be AI 900. Yeah. How are you, Vincent? It's
If
the
you're a
same.
student, there will be a cloud skill challenge available, so you can take part on the cloud skill challenge. Microsoft sometimes provide free vouchers to it, so make sure to attend those challenge. So yeah, start from the foundation, then gradually go to the advanced level. Like you can go to A900, then I've also trained some students, like AI 900 students and Azure 900, got them vouchers from Microsoft, so they also got AI 900 certified.
Right.
So any more question? We did have already a question from Ovaid. When detecting such as phone number, does the deep detect only the string as the? I think it's for you, Vincent.
Yeah, I answered it already. Depends on the model trained by Microsoft. I haven't yet to try out different that, but if I wanted to just quickly try it out, we can do that. Right. I believe they already have, right? Give me a phone number that is for the Bangladesh or your country code, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So give me that. Okay.
If you guys want, you can also give your one, or Vincent will randomly give you the number.
All right, so let's say this is the phone number. I believe this is for the Singapore +65. All right, so let's say I do phone number
Yeah.
and recognize the PII. All right, yes, I want have the. So you see, this is detected as a phone number. All right, so right now the next one is the one there. Okay, so let me just click on that. All right, so let's say so here, right, my phone number is this, and then I will paste the next one. So you can always try it out to be curious about the technology, right? We all might not know what is the backend that trained by Microsoft. I try it out, and then you'll know the capability there. All right, and there you go. This is a phone number as well. All right. So give it a try, and then yeah, this app you all can try to run it yourself, but you need to have the Azure subscription. Okay, so I believe they all train for the different country code as well. And also there's a questions more. I think we are not able to answer. I think the checklist. I think complete beginner. Don't worry. Start with whatever that you have today first. Start with whatever resources that you can grab. Which is of course you are here. You attended this training. The of course if you wanted to have a checklist or whatever, that would be a very long conversation. But right now, start with this here first. Okay, start with the app that you can see, right? Some of the certification, the skill challenge, all that for you first. All right, so that would be the advice for you. And then the next by Yongxing, which programming language is a trend now and advice for a beginner? All right, that for us as a trainer, we don't really care about the language, but for me, I would say depends on your preference. We don't have like a trend or whatever. But for me, early on I try to learn C sharp. My colleague like try to like influence me to learn C sharp. I say no because C sharp is like totally alien for me. But I have some background on Python, which is of course Python now is good for AI applications and also machine learning. And that's why I continue on to sharpen my Python skill. And that's it. Of course, I'm front end skill like JavaScript and all that. It depends, right? So like my app here, I don't really use a lot of JavaScript. I only use the basic HTML and CSS. And HTML and CSS, they are generally not programming languages as well, just a scripting language, right? So that is what I feel. Depends on what you want to do, right? And for me, if you say for AI, machine learning, or whatever, Python is a hot thing right now. I think Kristen also agreed. Yeah.
Yeah, and currently we have a lot of generative AIs can help you. So just pick one and you can having some copilot to help you to learn some code. So don't worry about learning the code. Yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah, GitHub Copilot can help you, all right? So no matter which language depends. But right now, I would say, yeah, Python, some of the easy learning is Python. C Sharp is like early on, I don't have a good impression about C#, so I don't learn C#. I learn Python. But you know, as I'm a electronic engineering, so I learn C++ as first, right? And that's why I shift it to that. Okay, what trend can we expect from Azure AI in future? We are not really from the product team, so we are still waiting for that as well to see what kind of innovations that we will have from the team, right? But that's why we are stay tuned for all these updates from there, right? So that's why be active on LinkedIn, be active on some of these blogs or maybe sharing session where you can learn the best, the latest and greatest from everyone. Yeah. Right. And of course, if you found out something new, please share with us as well. So that's where we learn from each other. Okay, so I think we lost Zainu. All right. So but in a way, I think that should be all for tonight. Okay, great questions, great summary, and let's get in touch and make great thing happen. All right, with that, thank you everyone, and I think should be okay to leave without Zainu here. Okay, so and let me see. I think probably he left already. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Thank you everyone to join this event. Hopefully it helps you to learn something.
Yep.
Yeah, and hopefully we can meet next time to have another
Yes.
event. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I think yes, that should be all. Thank you everyone. We'll see you again. Bye bye.
Bye.
Have a great
Sorry, you
day,
had a
great weekend,
internet
everybody.
Bye-bye.
disruption.
Bye bye.
Bye
Oh,
bye,
Bye.
Zaino is
Vincent.
there. Right. Zaino is there just without the
Yeah.
camera. Yeah.